1968 First Miss Black America Contest. Atlantic City Boardwalk. Sandra Williams crowned. U.S. Army nurses with the 42nd Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, MASH, while enjoying the beaches of Mogadishu, Somalia during Operation Restore Hope, 1993. Soldiers from the Croatian Army's 101st Brigade celebrate after the success of Operation Storm and the recapture of the Serb-occupied Krajina region, August 1995. Children jumping rope in Iowa in 1965. Marilyn Monroe with her mother Gladys and sister Berenice at the beach, circa 1943. She was a very fearless horse rider. Troops of the Shanghai SNLF 10th Battalion Haji Unit celebrate outside of the Shanghai North Railway Station during Battle of Sihong Warehouse, 1937. What first class looked like on a plane in the 1950s? (1936) Pic of a little girl with a store attendant carrying her Depp store-bought gifts. Inspecting Polaroids at a school dance, 1962. The early days of military camouflage during World War I. Train wreck at Redville, 1923. Innocence. An Umatilla girl, full-length portrait, standing by tree, facing slightly right. Oregon, 1910. Soldier guards telephone booth on a beach near Leningrad, Soviet Russia, near Leningrad, 1925. High school rifle clubs were just another after-school activity, 1940s. The most famous tornado of the century in Oklahoma, 1898. In 1922, 16-year-old Canadian Aloha Vandervelde became the first woman to circumnavigate the globe. Aloha in Japan. United States SPG M40 M12 firing Rhine front, 1945. Brigitte Bardot, 18 years old, in Louveciennes, 1952. Warsaw in ruins, 1944. Graham and Barbara Brown carry their daughters Rosaline and Susan, aged 17 days and 19 months, during their climb to the summit of Mount Ogwen in Snowdonia, Wales, 1962. This is how we dealt with the summer heat in 1962. Bombs from a B-17 bomber fall in front of an FW-190 fighter jet, 1944. Jonathan H. Smith, also known as Lil Jon's high school yearbook photo in 1991. Nazi soldiers in Thermopylae, Greece, reenacting the eponymous battle in 1941. United States and ARVN forces defend the Cholon district of Saigon, May 9, 1968. A Bike Club, 1885. Soviet soldiers inspect the downed Japanese plane. Mongolia, Khalkhin Gol, 1939. New United Kingdom Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher celebrates her election victory, 1979. Salesmen sit on the hoods of new cars, waiting for buyers at a California dealership in 1979. Civil War veterans drop flowers from the air onto Gettysburg Battlefield, 1938. Fans going wild at an Alice Cooper concert at the Boston Garden, 1973. Holding up the Verrazano Narrows Bridge during its construction, 1964. He ran out of the office to get to the Simon and Garfunkel concert in Central Park, 1981. Some of the SS women whose brutality was equal to that of their male counterparts at the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp in Bergen, Germany on April 21, 1945. Peter Fechter is carried away by East German border guards, who shot him down when he tried to flee to the west in this August 17, 1962 photo. Homes were reduced to piles of rubble following Hurricane Andrew in 1992. Solar Radio Telescope of the Irkutsk Scientific Center, 1980s. Kurt Cobain dressed up as a vampire for Halloween in the 1970s. Peter Lindbergh, Mila Jovovich, 1996. Ainu woman, a Japanese community, they used to tattoo their lips. 1910. May 1994. Nelson Mandela was inaugurated as South Africa's first democratically elected president after 27 years in prison, marking the end of apartheid rule. A man balances on a wire between the towers of Notre Dame Cathedral, 1971. Arnold Schwarzenegger has lunch on the set of Conan the Barbarian in Spain in 1981. This photo, taken in 1968, depicts an Afghan man holding a traditional Pashtun rifle known as a jezail. The frozen fountain of Detroit during the cold winter of 1906. Cell phones in the 1960s were a far different ballgame. Delegates of the Miss Universe pageant, 1952, in Long Beach, California, United States. Wife of photographer E. F. Buchan of Worthington, Minnesota. Evangeline the Oyster Girl smashes Davina the Mermaid's tank mid-act, New Orleans, 1961, apparently due to catfight about top billing. Destruction of Buddhist artifacts during the Cultural Revolution in China. Photo by Melvin Sokolsky taken in Paris in 1965 for Harper's Bazaar. Back in the 1930s, kittens were already risking themselves at high altitudes and causing trouble for electric company employees. October 1st, 1949. Proclamation of the People's Republic of China. Dorothy Eagles gives a dog a ride in a baby carriage in Chicago in 1941. Reb Brown stands by a billboard for his new movie in costume, 1983. A battery of huge motors at Yorktown Civil War. Cousins, Wendy Anderton and Kathy Jones, 11-year-old, pose with the tail section of a Heinkel He 111P2, which crash-landed by their home at Borderhouse Farm near Chester in Cheshire, 1940. Flagpole sitting outside the Capitol became one of the strangest fads of the 1920s. Winston Churchill at around 6 or 7 in 1881. Gertrude Hall, height 213 centimeters. Children getting a medical checkup at Ellis Island when it opened in 1892. April 1989. 100,000 gather in Tiananmen Square to mourn Hu Yaobang, a vigil that grew into a protest movement and ended in massacre. Baby racing, July 1946. View of the Brandenburg Gate in captured Berlin, May 1945. Little Anne Frank on the doorstep of her father's first office in the single Amsterdam. Picture taken by her father Otto Frank in 1935. An American soldier inside of a church somewhere in Europe, circa 1945. French GIGN member from the 90s armed with a 12-gauge autoloader. Daring hairstyle, 1966. School children saying the Pledge of Allegiance, United States, 1930s. French soldiers passing by a dog wearing goggles and smoking a pipe, 1915. Queen Elizabeth's coronation, 1953. U.S. Vice President Richard Nixon, alongside a Royal Afghan Air Force officer, reviews the Royal Afghan Army's honor guard upon arrival in Kabul, 1951. Mid-19th century, a Maori portrait photograph. Mick Meaney, a 33-year-old, about to attempt to break the record for the longest time spent buried alive. He looks very calm. A computer store from 1984. Crown Prince Naruhito of Japan and his future wife Masako Owada pose for photographs in traditional Japanese costume prior to their wedding on June 9, 1993. An officer in California arrested a man who refused to wear a mask during the Spanish flu, 1918. DL, late 1950s, English nationalists. September 16, 1920. Terrorist horse cart bomb, Wall Street, New York City. In the 1950s, Las Vegas added atomic bomb detonations as one of the attractions to come view from the city. Mask of the Carnival of Fano, Italy, circa 1920. Maori portrait photography. A bikini contest in Huntington Beach, California in the 80s. Allweg monorail train in Cologne, Germany, 1952. Model posing with children at Wells Street, Chicago, 1960. A World War I aviation oxygen mask, 1918. (1968) Washington, D.C. riots. Two young ladies driving and riding in a Lawson's motor wheel of 1902. Sigmund Freud with his sons, Ernst and Martin, during the First World War. Latvians and Lithuanians protesting decades-long Soviet occupation of their respective home countries, Sida 1991. Duchess of Portland, dressed as the 16th, 17th century Duchess of Savoy at the Devonshire Ball, 1897. A test audience reacting to the chestburster scene in Alien 1979. (1987) pic of Courtney Thorne Smith. Freddie Mercury. Muhammad Ali letting fans win their fight, 1960s. The USS Maryland during the attack on Pearl Harbor, 1941. Test flight of Pescara's helicopter, 1922. Houses right up against levees that can fail. United States, Skagit River, November 1949, flood. A Standard Oil gas attendant on the job back in 1942. Albanian woman carrying an AK-47 assault rifle looted from army storage during the civil unrest in Albania. See January, August 1997. (1971) John List massacred his entire family before disappearing and living a secret double life for 18 years. Overcrowded train, Germany, 1948. Singer Jerry Lee Lewis, with his cousin and bride Myra Gale Brown the day they married, 1957. She was 13 years old when married. The 1955 Lincoln Futura, the first Batmobile car. Young clockmaker at his desk, 1860s. Chicken fights in 1928. Light it up! United States Marine Dwayne L. Boyce burns out a weapons emplacement. Wolmedo Island, 15 Sep. 1950. January 30th, 1972, Derry, Northern Ireland. During clashes, British paratroopers used CS gas, a toxic gas that causes burns to the respiratory system and skin, to disperse crowds. A South African, a New Zealander, and 4 Indians all pictured having a jovial time on the streets of Cairo. 1942. Donald Trump with son, c. 1970s. During his 1995 trial for the robbery of an elderly cancer patient, California criminal Christopher Lightsey caused a disturbance in court. A black man and a white woman embracing on a New York City subway. A controversial image for its time. Late 1960s. Following the death in January 1942 of her great-great-uncle and godfather, the Duke of Connaught, Princess Elizabeth was appointed on 24 February to succeed him as the Colonel of the Grenadier Guards. The Convair F-106 Delta Dart cornfield bomber suffered little damage when it landed in a farmer's field in Montana after its pilot ejected, 1970. Miriam Kate Williams, aka Vulcana, Welsh strongwoman and bodybuilder, c. 1900. What a traffic light looked like in New York City in 1929. A gritty scene from the Bronx in the 1970s, New York City. Alice in Wonderland, 1915. In the third silent film adaptation, Viola Savoy, 1899-1987, starred as Alice. The first female sheriffs in Indiana, late 1940s. Gypsy Camp, 1930s. Egyptian President Anwar Sadat meets with Elizabeth Taylor during her 1979 visit to Egypt. During her visit, she would also befriend Sadat's wife, Jahan. Photo taken September 17, 1979. A woman in an electric bath at the Institute of Light Care, 1900. The electric bath, likely the precursor to the modern solarium, was used for therapeutic purposes. Zulu family, c. 1925. Worksop Silver Jubilee Parade, 1977. Two women enjoying a game of leapfrog on the beach at Blackpool, 28th of March, 1936. Elizabeth Hurley in 90s. A Brooklyn block party out in Park Slope, late 1970s.